Are your buyers bullying you into making impulsive decisions with your deals? Are you not getting highest and best for every one of your deals? Stop being a cash buyer employee. Listen to this live call where I talk to a potential buyer about one of our terms deals and how I set clear expectations with our buyers to make sure that we get the maximum amount of profit per deal. Stay tuned. I'm actually going to call a buyer. This should be pretty quick. The context here is we are wholesaling a deal at 1.2% interest. It's a sub 2 plus a second position seller payment at 0% interest. We had the walkthrough last night, like 12 different people showed up. We are wholesaling this one. We can't keep them all. We're wholesaling this one. So I got a text from a buyer. He said, I want to make an offer. Offers are due by 5 p.m. today for us. So he says, I want to make an offer, but I want to call you and talk about a couple things first while I make my offer with you. So we're going to call him live here. I'm going to show you how I handle these types of buyer calls because he's probably going to ask me questions like, where do I need to be? What are the potential risks? What do I need to do to lock this price up now? Let's call him. See if he answers.
Hello?
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Ryan. How are you?
Hey, I'm so sorry, man. Things got incredibly hectic this morning. I apologize for the delay.
That's all right, man. I think that's just kind of what you got going right now, right?
Yeah, it's been crazy in a good way. So you have some questions about this property, 3405 Poco Loco, that we have for wholesale?
Yeah, I do. How do you generally decide on, I guess, what offer? Is it just you take it to the owner, or how long do you give it? I mean, how does that kind of work?
Yep, good question. So we already have it under contract, so the seller's getting what the seller's getting. Now, when we send it out to assign it to another buyer, we have two different prices. We have the asking price, which I believe in this case is $60,000 cash to close. And then we have the buy now price, which I think is $80,000. So if we get the buy now price, as soon as that earnest money, like let's say we get a buy now price offer, as soon as that earnest money is deposited into title, it's yours. That's the purpose of the buy now price. Now, if we don't get the buy now price, we will look at offers up until 5 p.m. of the next business day after the walkthrough, which is today. So, so we'll make a decision at 5 p.m. today on any offers that come in on which one we accept. Now, if you offer $40,000, $60,000, $80,000, $70,000, it doesn't change what's owed on the property since this is a terms deal. We already have what the seller is taking with their down payment from their transaction included in those numbers. So you would still owe the $270,000 at the 1.2% interest no matter what's offered.
Right, and then so I guess anything, and even the down payment to the owner is kind of set, or is that variable depending on what the offer is?
Nope, that's already included. So whether you offer 30, 40, 60, 80, that's already included in the underlying.
Yeah. Well, actually, I guess, maybe it's just not a question for you, but I mean, it's just an internal, your internal deal with him is what I was, I guess, getting at. But, okay, do you have any offers currently?
We do not yet, actually, but that's not uncommon. Some people wait until, closer to the near end of the day to make an offer.
So is that pretty standard, the 24 hours after showing if buy now hasn't been met prior to that?
Can you rephrase the question? I want to make sure I understand.
Yeah, so is the 24 hour, I guess the decision to review offers and to make a decision 24 hours after the showing, so that would be about 5 p.m. today.
Yep.
Is that kind of your standard operating procedure, or is it this is, of course, if the buy now isn't met. Is that just what you generally do, or can it vary a little bit?
That's always what we do, just so that everybody knows what to expect. Because we've had buyers in the past that make offers on different days, and they're like, "Hey, I didn't hear back from you," or "I didn't know the rules of engagement to make it fair for everybody," and so we just put those rules in place for everybody.
Yeah, you gotta have them just so there's no perceived favoritism or whatever. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, so what, I guess the offer we were thinking, so I have a partner, and maybe you can't do this, and that's fine, but we're looking for making an offer on the both sides. So we're only interested if we can get both units. I know the other side isn't ready but I mean, I give me 30 minutes I'll do the inspection myself and then just walk through it. And then the terms, like whatever terms are on, just let me glance at that real quick. And then that's about all I'll need. We won't have to go any further. So maybe you don't do that. You don't jump like that, but we just can't, we don't want to risk bidding on this one and then not getting that one, right? It's kind of important that we get the whole proper, both sides, I guess.
Okay.
Based on past experiences and, shared walls and things like that. So.
Got it. Okay. So because this is a townhome setup, you basically want both sides or none?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it is a little bit of a unique situation then. So that other side we weren't going to send out until next week, but I can, since you're basically saying I would want to buy 0 or just both of them, I can send you the
offer would be for both. So
yeah, I'll just have to send that to you later so that you can see them, because I don't have it drafted up yet. But real roughly, the overall price is a little bit higher. The down payment or asking cash to close is right about the same. The interest rate is a little bit higher, but it's in better condition. So
yeah, it looks like they kind of did I just glanced. I saw online and then I glanced in, and it looks like they did a kind of remodel in that kitchen area.
Right.
Or modernized it. Well, I mean, if you can't, I understand, if it's just jumping, because you gotta, I guess, decide by 5 p.m. tonight, and if I completely understand there'll be more, but that's just kind of the way we're looking at it. If we do offer, we want to be on both units.
Okay. Okay.
If that's something you can do, then yeah, let me know, and I can shoot you over what I'm thinking, however you want to do it.
Yeah, I can send you over the rough terms for that one. It'll just be a couple hours before I have the chance to do that. So, and then we can go from there.
Perfect. Okay, and let's see. I guess the only thing, and then I kind of know what to expect with the inspection just based off the other one, right? I know what kind of pipe and everything, and so would that be? I guess, do we have to wait till I tentatively accept to do that quick walkthrough with me? Just in that second unit, or is that something we could do before? The offer, I guess.
Boy,
it's tight. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot here because we didn't plan to sell them together. So how about this? In a few hours, I'll send you the terms, and then I can send you the inspection report. And then if it...
Oh, you got the one for the other side already?
We do, yeah. We have that available.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So that should give you maybe 80 or 90% of the way there. And then if you need to just take a peek, I can have somebody run over there with you like later today, real quick.
Honestly, that'll be enough. I
Okay.
just wanted to, just double check attic, crawl space, just
Yep.
major things. I feel pretty good about it. Just looking at the other one and kind of know what to expect. But you always got to double check. So
Perfect.
The inspection report would be perfect. That's all I need.
Okay. Awesome. Any other questions that you have on it?
No, I think that's it. I'll just be looking for those terms, and then we can, we'll throw a number at this.
Okay.
For both.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Well, okay. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Bye. Okay. So a little bit of a unique situation there. I think if you have a dispo person hired on your team, or you're doing dispo like I am, it's okay to say, I don't really know. You're putting me on the spot. I don't really know how to answer that. Because he's trying to say, like, hey, I'm asking you to go outside of your process for me. And he wasn't being a dick about it at all. He was being totally cool, which I appreciate. Some guys will not be that nice. They'll just be like, well, hey, man, it's either both or none for me, so I got to get in there today. Like, can you make it happen? Kind of thing. Right? He wasn't saying that. And you can tell by the tone of his voice and how direct he was with me. Like, I just need that stuff. I'll be fine with the inspection report, and then I'll throw a number at you. Like, that's, to me, shows me that he is serious, right? He sounded serious in his tone.
He was asking the right questions.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the only part that I was like, me and a partner are looking at this. Did his partner walk the property? Was my only other question. Or is he like the bird dog guy?
Yeah. So before we accept an offer
Mhm.
or when we get the offer in, I ask them, hey, just so you're aware, I just want to confirm it's $10,000 non-refundable earnest money. If we accepted your offer, when could you get that in? And send me proof of funds, please. Right? And so we really want non-refundable earnest money to be in the next business day. So it's a Friday today, that would be a Monday in order for us to accept the offer.
And you've probably already covered this, but what do you do in the scenario where somebody's bringing a hard money lender in?
Have to have a letter from the hard money lender. And I know most of them in the area, but if I don't, I might call the hard money lender too. And I might say, hey, what's the situation? This is a terms deal, so using hard money wouldn't make sense. But maybe they're using like private money from a private individual. We've had that before too. So I'll call them and I'll ask them, how quickly can you guys fund? Because I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Just like you would do with a normal listing when we're selling it, right? And making sure the appraisal's getting ordered. Yes, these people are actually qualified for the loan, because as we've learned, deals fall out all the time because lenders send out fake letters, right? There's different methods of qualifying and different criteria that people use, or they're just lazy and incompetent, right? And we want to make sure we cover our tracks.
Yeah, that's a great point. And for these, we're not taking, just so we're clear, it's a terms deal, but we're not accepting anything that is a conventional loan on this. This would only mean you have to have cash to be able to come in and make the down payment work, and then you're taking over the payments that were previously structured in our purchase and sale agreement.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. Good deal. Okay.